You're watching Swipe. Coming up on this week's show.
Angela looks at the technology putting crew safety first. I test out a hackable ball turning programming into play. And we've got the best fighter game available right now. That's according to this week's reviewer.
Welcome to Swipe. We're at an innovation centre in London. This is made by many. It's a home for new tech ventures. And this week we've got some enthusiastic children with us. They'll be helping me to throw around a computer later on, so stay with us for that. But first, and on a more serious note, Angela has been looking at technology helping those who risk their lives to save others.
Innovations in marine engineering are dramatically changing crew safety at sea. Volunteer lifeguards at the RNLI tend to an average 23 call-outs a day around the UK and Ireland. They say new technology is making it easier for them to operate vessels when on rescue missions.
This is the Shannon class lifeboat, and this is the System Information Management System. On this screen, we've got CCTV cameras positioned in every single space, which means in rough weather, the lifeboat crew, if they have to operate the boat and have to move around the boat, can be kept an eye on and ensure that they're kept safe. In this screen, we've got the pan tilt zoom camera, which enables any operator to look and understand exactly what's going on around the external of the vessel. So if you're at sea and you're alongside a rather large ship trying to carry out a transfer, the position of the boat can be monitored from this position.
The boat also has features like shock-absorbing seats and water jets instead of propellers, which allow it to operate in shallow waters.
These are the Shannon Lifeboats that house all that technology, and they're manufactured here at the All-Weather Lifeboat Centre in Poole. Now, each one of these costs about £2.1 million to make, and it has an operational lifetime of about 25 years. But one of the other key features about these boats is that they're designed to inherently be self-righting, so returning to an upright position if it capsizes.
New technology is also helping lifeguards in training. Surveillance is a critical part of their job, and devices like this are helping them with that. Eye tracker is incorporated into glasses and can show how rescue workers process information, how they respond to it, and whether or not that response is appropriate.
One, in essence, records the field of vision, which is everything that's in front of the respondent, or in this case, the lifeguard. And then the second camera actually picks up the eye. We use various bits of technology to pick the eye up. And what happens basically is that those two bits of data are merged together. So what you end up with is a video with a crosshair on it over the top, and it shows us exactly where people are looking.
This technique, used across sports science, is about training rescue workers to really focus on what they are looking at. Future plans to combine this technology with other biometric data, like nerve responses and pupil dilation, means a more in-depth analysis will help reveal differences between beginners and lifeguards ready for more challenging tasks. Angela Barnes, Sky News.
You're watching Swipe. Stay with us. Still to come from here.
The toy teaching kids to code.
But first, here's a roundup of some of this week's other tech news.
Apple is in a row with the US government after the tech giant was asked to access a terrorist's iPhone to help the FBI. CEO Tim Cook wrote a letter to Apple customers hitting back at the ruling, saying the company was being asked to build a back door to the iPhone. A British company is hoping its prototype hydrogen car will revolutionise the way we build, use and pay for our vehicles. The Rasa has no gears and only emits water. There are just two types of hydrogen car currently on sale in the UK. This one is set to be available in 2018. Now, if you tend to need a bit of help in the kitchen, maybe this can help. Smarty Pans has launched on crowdfunding website Indiegogo. It teaches users how to cook with its temperature and weight sensors linked to an app and tracks nutrition. The makers say it also monitors your fitness goals. And here's a project proving popular on Kickstarter. Remedy lets you turn your hand into a musical instrument. Apparently, you can program notes into the sensor-loaded glove while the wristband hosts the control centre. Stick around for our games review. We've got the new release from a well-known series. Now, about that throwable computer I mentioned earlier.
This is Hackable, and it's a smart rubber ball that's been designed to teach kids the basics of coding.
The basics of coding, and how does it work?
It works with an app that the kids have used to program a game where you throw the ball, and if you shake it too hard, it's going to vibrate, turn red, and make a noise.
And you can program it to play lots of different games?
Yeah, you can, anything you want.
Ah, so Christian and Lily, did you program your ball to play the particular game you're doing now?
Yeah, we did. So we're doing catch best of 3, and it was really easy to program, and it's a really fun game as well. So if it hits too hard or if it hits the ground, then it's going to vibrate, and we will lose that round.
Okay, and Lily, is this the kind of thing you would want at school?
Yes, because it's really easy and fun and more exciting than computers.
Oh, more exciting than computers, all right. And you smashed your Kickstarter funding target with this, didn't you?
We did. We asked for $100,000 and we've actually raised $240,000. So now we're working on manufacturing Hackable and getting it out to our backers.
Well, off the back of your success, Seb, we actually sent some details about Hackable to a tech entrepreneur and business expert to get her view of the product. I wondered if you wanted to have a look at what she thought.
Definitely.
So the Hackable, I love their story. It began as an intern project, it found success on Kickstarter in terms of funding, and now the entire first run of product has sold out. My only reservation about the product is how do you ensure those children do actually build programs that the platform and the app that Hackable have built allow it to do. I'm a little bit nervous that parents aren't necessarily equipped with the skills to help their children to program, and equally, how do you ensure that children don't just get halfway through, don't understand, and then stop?
So what do you make of that?
Well, I think she raised some really good points. And what we've done in the design of Hackable is work with parents and kids to make sure that parents understand the app and understand what their kids are doing when they're working with Hackable as well.
Have you found in development that mums and dads are able to use it? They get it?
We have, and we've tested. We've brought some parents along today as well, and we'll be showing them how the kids have progressed with it later on.
Well, thanks for showing us Hackable. And guys, thank you for showing us how to play with it.
It's our pleasure.
Well, that's enough fun and games for me, but not for you, because here's Chris with our games review.
The Far Cry series has had quite a few iterations at this point. There's been spin-offs before, like there was one called Blood Dragon that was sort of a neon 80s kind of thing. This is Far Cry Primal, where you play as a caveman. So it does kind of change the gameplay up a little bit, because obviously there's no guns. Cavemen didn't have guns. So you've got a bow and arrow and a club, and that's kind of it. But the thing I like most about it is you can tame animal friends. One of the first ones you can tame is an owl, and then you get to fly around as an owl over like an enemy encampment, scout out the enemies, and fly back down. But you can tame saber-toothed tigers, wolves, not just your buddies going around helping you out. It's got some of the insane, over-the-top characters that I'm not a big fan of, because they're all a bit obvious, I don't know. But the rest of the gameplay is quite fun. Definitely worth checking out if you enjoyed Far Cry. Project Cross Zone 2 combines a ton of different famous game developers' characters. So you've got like Sega, Nintendo now, because it's on the 3DS, Bandai Namco, Capcom, all in together. So you're getting people from Street Fighter and Tekken and Phoenix Wright and Mega Man all in the same game. And they all do battle with each other and against a common foe. Sort of a tactical RPG, so you're taking your turns and moving your little people and stuff like that. One thing I liked about this one, it streamlined the gameplay a little bit. The first one, battles could go on for like half an hour to 40 minutes. When you're playing on a portable thing, you ideally want it to be kind of quick. And this doesn't get rid of the depth, like it's still quite a difficult game to play, but you can play it on a commute and it kind of works a little better. Street Fighter V is the best fighting game available at the moment, which is a pretty bold way to begin a review, just saying it's the best. But it is. It's really, really good. It takes all the elements of the older Street Fighters and takes some of the not-so-good elements of, say, 4, which 4 was a very solid game, but it's taken out a few things and put in new gameplay mechanics that just add a layer of depth that's ridiculously fun. It kind of rewards you not just running in and button mashing, which is kind of standard for these sort of games. Like you just sit there and just do that and go, I win, but you actually have to sort of watch what someone's doing, jump in and out and time your punches and your kicks and try and learn the combos and stuff like that. Also, if you are someone in the FGC, which is the fighting game community, this game is going to be huge. Like, Street Fighter is always the gold standard. Like, there's huge tournaments of ridiculous money on the line. It's sort of like the football of the fighting game community. Street Fighter 5 is going to be crazy in that community. And yep, it's the best fighting game available right now.
Well, that's it for this week from this Innovation Centre. I'll see you again next time. I'm off to have a look at what else they're working on. But we'll save that for another episode of Swipe. See you soon. Bye-bye.